What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Salute to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about this clip that's going viral currently in regards to India Love. I've spoken about India Love a couple of times, and she's a cautionary tale for any young lady that thinks that she's going to get on social media and attempt to be an influencer and get involved with these male celebrities. It will cause severe mental distress at some point in your life. Now, India Love is a female in crisis because she's now 30 and she is starting to slowly lose it. She's starting to lose it because I guess she feels like, if she's 30, she's older. The same guys that have wanted her before aren't going to want her. She doesn't feel, you know what I'm saying? And she realizes that she's going to have to compete harder for the attention of the men that she likes. Now, India Love recently has only dealt with maybe a celebrity male here or there. She was most recently, that I know of, relationship with boxer Devin Haney. And I believe they might have been engaged to each other. But they broke up a couple of years ago. And she hadn't really dated any other male celebrity since. But she has a history. As a matter of fact, on my Jay the Black channel, I did a short called The Many Flings of India Love. And I did a video about, I think it was a clip from my Devin Haney video. And I talked about all the different celebrity men she's been connected to, right? What also dominated the conversation was the relationship she had with rapper Game. A little less than maybe 8 or 9 years ago, almost 10 years ago. She was 19 at the time, and there's infamous photos of her sitting in a park, and he was filling her up, so to speak. And she was 19 at the time, and I believe Game might have been his mid 30s. And her crying in this video, and I'm going to get to it, but I want to give y'all some background. And people are bringing up Game a lot, and they're talking about, because she's talking about in this clip that she is breaking down in, that these men took advantage of her. And I'm like, really? Because she has family. She has sisters. She has people around her, but India thought she was grown and wanted to be out here in these streets. So I'm not gonna allow any of you people to sit here and put all the blame on Game, because she dealt with a lot of celebrity men and she made the choice. None of those men forced her to engage in relationships. We're not about to do that. Now, is the age difference a little jarring? It is, but she still was an adult. Now, we don't know exactly when that relationship started up. That's the problem. But she's breaking down in this video. And the craziest thing about this, she's talking about the mistakes that she's made. But then we go to this clip where she's doing the same thing. She's crying. But apparently she got flued out by Pooh Shiesty. It's like she claims that, she hates the decisions that she made, and, she was young and dumb, but you still continue those behaviors. If you look up India Love on Twitter, she's twerking. Every other videos of her twerking, of her in the face of some man. This is her life. This is what she's embraced. But I think that she might be dealing with early bouts of depression because she realizes this is it. You reached a ceiling. You see, India Love has reached a ceiling. She's trying to be a born again Christian. She claims that she's going to stop all these behaviors, but in fact, she don't have much going on because, again, the men who liked her before don't necessarily like her now. Let's get to this clip. Make sure y'all like my video and hype it up.
I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot in my teenage phase. I went through a lot in my 20s. I made a lot of mistakes, and there was a lot of people who drugged me through the dirt for it. And I believed it for a long time. I wasn't nice to myself because of what others said about me until I knew who I really was and whose I really was, which is yours, Lord. Now nobody can shake how I feel about myself. Nobody can change how I feel about myself. Nobody can change how I view myself. I've been through a lot.
This is I think she's in like prayer, quote unquote. But that is her talking about her mistakes. Let's get to this clip here. Again, she apparently got flued out by Pooh Shiesty. But let's take a look at what she says in this clip.
I used to be so not what I am now. And I even like find myself to be like, that's not me. Like, I feel like certain shit is just not me anymore. Like, I feel like I've grown out of a lot of things, a lot of bad habits, a lot of bullshit shit. Like, one thing I can say, I hate wasting my time. No nigga can get me to come see them just to come see them. If I'm not working, if I'm not helping in any way or like with family, but especially working, since streaming now is like working, so it's like I found myself, I broke that habit off, and I'm so proud of myself because that was an scapegoat for me. Every time I'm like going through it in life or whatever, I used to be.
Now, mind you, look at the caption. That the Pooh Shiesty reportedly flew India Love out the other day. Fans resurfaced a clip from 2 weeks ago of her in tears claiming she changed her bad habits and that no man could get her to come see them. Yo, the modern heifer just can't help herself, ladies and gentlemen. This is India Love. The crying, it must be for content as well. There's no tears behind it. Where are the tears? India Love chose this path. She wanted to be grown. She wanted to be a celebrity. She wanted to date celebrity men, and that's what she did. I'm not about to sit up here and allow y'all to try to cancel Game because she chose to date him. Now, I would ask Game the question, why are you dating a 19-year-old and you're in your mid-30s? You have young children. I believe he has correct from wrong, but isn't his daughter like an adult now or close to it? I would ask him those questions, like what is up with that of you dealing with her when you did. But at the end of the day, India Love wants to be famous. She wants to be a celebrity. She wants to date those type of men. She wants those men to take care of them. Now she's a streamer. She wants to get clout off streaming. The tears are to go viral. But it also shows you the type of crisis that she's in. A woman who has value ain't doing this. She's not crying on streams about her past mistakes. Because a lot of these women, you got women who made the same mistake she did, but they got married. They settled down. She still wants to be in these streets. Y'all gonna say, well, Jaye 30, she's only 30. Bro, she's been in these streets since she was a teenager. At some point, you're gonna wanna settle down. She don't wanna do that. She still wants to be drilled by these rappers. That's what's going on, man. She's still putting herself out here. She's doing these clout streams with DDG. This is the life that she is choosing, but she comes back when she has to live with all the regret. And that's when you see the crying come from. It's because once she's no longer around those men and she's gotten back home after being flued out and chewed out, now she's regretful of the things that she has done because she has to sit in that empty apartment and think about all the things she did for a bag or two or a shopping spree, all the things she had to do to get those things, right? She ain't got no man at home. She has to come home and look in the mirror at what she's become. And that's why you see her crying like this in different clips, because she has to deal with the regret of all her choices. And she realizes that this is it. Now she has to find a different avenue, different lane. She's no longer the it girl she was a couple of years ago. Now you got to compete with a whole new generation of girls who looked up to her, who are in their 20s. They are in their prime. And that's who she has to compete with. And that's why you see her breaking down, crying, because she realizes that, she really don't want to settle down. She wants to be in these streets. She wants these men to want her. She wants to be flued out. That is what she is, and that's what she's becoming. That's what she's always going to be. Because she had an opportunity to settle down, and that fell through. And ever since then, she just going back to what she knows. Now she's streaming. But this is who she is. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I'll see y'all next.